Hello, my friends. So I've been thinking about some stuff, and I know I'm not the only person who struggles with this, and I'd really like to make space for it today. I've spent so many moments of my life shrinking myself and hesitating and waiting to feel ready. And to be honest, I've never felt ready. But sometimes I did it anyways. And that's what this episode is about. Not the polished Pinterest version of pushing through, but the shaky, vulnerable crying in the bathroom version, the kind where your voice trembles and your hands sweat and you show up anyway. I'm not here to tell you to hustle harder. This isn't inspiration porn. I'm not here to say, if I did it, you can too. I'm saying, if it matters to you and you're scared, that doesn't mean you're not ready. It just means you're fucking brave. Welcome back to Mourning, people, the podcast for the ones grieving people, lives, identities, and futures that never got the ending they deserved and who don't do grief right. We're not easing into things today, friends. Let's just say it. You're scared. You don't think you're good enough. You're convinced you'll mess it up, and some part of you still wants to try. I see you. The one still reaching, even when it's terrifying. When you sit back and think, oh, fuck, they're going to see this, aren't they? If you need this message or you know somebody holding themselves back because fear is louder than faith, send them this episode. Or you can find me on Instagram at Mourning People Podcast. You can reach out there and tell me some terrifying shit that you're doing anyway. Let's hold each other up because I know it's scary. I feel it. You might be thinking, you're not ready. What if I try and it all falls apart? People like me don't do these kinds of things. And the one I struggle with the most, I'm not important enough. I'm not good enough. Maybe it's a dream, your art, your voice, school, a career. Maybe it's a boundary. Maybe it's just getting out of bed and being seen when you'd rather disappear. Whatever it is, you can feel it pulling at you, and that fear is loud. Fear has a way of dressing itself up as logic and telling you to stay small and safe and hidden. And sometimes fear is there for good reasons. Sometimes it's telling you something you actually need to listen to, but sometimes we're scared simply because we're stepping into something unfamiliar, because we're taking a risk, or because we don't know how it's going to turn out. I've had to learn to ask myself which one it is. Am I actually unsafe, or am I just fucking terrified? That voice telling you you're not good enough and you're going to embarrass yourself, you don't automatically have to believe everything it says. Sometimes that voice has been shaped by things you've been through, things people have said to you, or all the times you've doubted yourself before. And that voice that says you're not ready isn't always wrong. Maybe you might not be ready in a perfect way, the way you imagine success to look, but you're ready enough. Honestly, you don't even have to succeed. You can just put it out there because you want to. Maybe one person will see it and take something from it. I've recorded episodes with my voice shaking. My voice still shakes every episode. And I publish these episodes and I feel really good about it. And I'm like, oh, that was a really good one. I'm actually proud of myself. And then sometimes I go back and listen to it like when I'm editing. And sometimes you have to listen to them a couple times and you're like, okay, that's fine. And then you listen to it again and you're like, no, that's okay. And then you go back and listen to it again and you're like, this is fucking garbage. What am I saying? I sound like an idiot. What am I even doing? And then I get so scared, and I set up my episodes to publish automatically, and I'll schedule them to be released, and I'll go back and listen to the edits or whatever to make sure that I really like what I'm putting out. And every time this happens, I'm like, this is shit. It's the same shit in a different package every episode. And I tear myself apart when I pronounce something different or wrong. I tear apart the inflection in my voice. I tear apart my voice. I hate my voice. And I worry so much that people are going to think it's dumb, or people are going to think, what is she even fucking doing? Like, who does she think she is? You know? But I really try to calm that side of me and think to myself, hey, I don't even know why I'm doing this. I kind of explained it in the first episode. What is the point? I don't know. I don't know what the point is. The point is maybe I'm helping someone. And if some people think that sounds stupid, that's fine. You can think it sounds stupid. I don't give a shit. I know that some people do take something from this, and that's the whole point. So I really try to just calm the anxiety about it. I stop listening. I edit a little bit less now. Sometimes I don't even edit it at all. I just put it out there because I'm sick of fucking hearing myself, and I just put it out there and I don't care. And whatever happens, happens. I think most of us have walked into rooms feeling like an imposter, like someone's going to pull us aside and say, you don't belong here. And sometimes you have to remind yourself that feeling like you don't belong doesn't actually mean that you don't. If you're terrified in doing it anyways, if your hands are sweating and your voice is unsteady, if your whole body is screaming no, but your soul is like, no, just fucking go for it, then I just want to tell you this. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's fear in motion. You don't have to silence the fear, you just have to move anyway. There will be trembling, there might be failure, but there will also be proof that you were never as small as you were taught to believe. If you're walking into fear right now with tears in your eyes, I want you to know you're not forgettable, you're not delusional, you're doing something brave. And you know what? You're more than welcome to share it with me. Morning People Podcast, you can DM me and tell me about it. We'll witness your courage together. We're all just trying to be braver than our fear, and I think it's bold and beautiful and important. I think everyone brings something special, and to hide it because we've been told for so long that we're not good enough is a disservice to ourselves and to the people around us. It's so funny how trauma and the words that people use, even if we know that these people aren't good, even if we know that these people have tried to make us feel small, and we know it, and we read the books and we understand it, and it still affects us on such a deep level to the point where we feel we are no good. What is that? That is wild. Don't let those people's voices dim you, you know? Don't let it make you feel like you're less than, because you're not. You're great. You're great and you matter. Your art matters. Your voice matters. Your heart matters. We judge ourselves too much. And I know from personal experience, like I'll just be out and about and run into someone, even if I don't even know them. I'm the kind of person in the grocery store, like if there's someone who can't reach something, I'll be like, oh my God, I'll get that for you, you know? And then I come home and I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Why did I do that? Why did I say that? I'm just trying to help someone, and I come home and I shit all over myself about it. And like, I'm 43 and I still just rip myself apart any chance I get. That's bonkers. I know deep inside me I'm a good person and I don't deserve to shit all over myself all the time. That's not fair, you know? We should treat ourselves the way we know we are. We should learn to echo the voices of who we know we are instead of the voices of the people who told us who they think we are. Let's try to do that. Let's try to rewire that part of ourselves that someone else thought would be better off broken. Okay, friends. Thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Be kind to yourself. Repeat the good things about yourself. Practice. It takes a lot of practice. Write notes, those like sticky pads or whatever, and put them up in your room. I actually got these like window clings in the boys' bathroom, and it's all these little affirmations. I am kind. Who I am matters. And I put them all over the mirror in the boys' bathroom just because like it's so important to remember those things about yourself, especially when you're younger. You know, just feed yourself that goodness and remind yourself that you do matter and you are a good person and you deserve to be here. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to be seen. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to go. Have a good day, friends. You're not alone. You're a morning person. Bye.